Hello? Don't tell me I'm fucking instance, dude. Dude, I swear to God if I'm inst- No, I'm not, okay. Is there nobody... What the fuck?
There, I'll
Hello?
get you one of them. Hey guys.
Hello? Did you...
Hey.
Alright, I don't know if you guys could hear me before when I fucking stood up, but I couldn't hear anybody if there's anyone talking.
No, we couldn't see you or hear you.
Oh, okay, I didn't exist, I see. Okay.
Maple's at the podium.
Yeah, who you talking to, Drader?
It's Helen.
Okay, is she on her way?
She's not getting she's not coming on duty, but I'm giving her updates.
Okay.
He has pulled down the projector. He has put an image of, I don't know who that is.
It's Richard Tibbs.
It's some lumberjack looking guy. Oh, Richard Tibbs.
Yeah.
Oh, the dead guy. Oh, right.
Yes.
Yeah, Ricky Tip.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's who that is, Trader. It's Richard Tibbs.
Who?
He
He was just a funny little guy.
he was just a funny little guy. I
I don't know who it is. I have no emotions.
worked a lot with him in shift 2 a long time ago. We were Rangers together. We got brought into the Rangers together a long time ago.
Fine, I'm an asshole. Pick your poison.
And it's a very sad day, at least. Aside from that, the only other thing that I have for you guys is that need to stay on top of repairing cars and making sure that if you're taking shared vehicles that they are being repaired, or you're leaving money for them and leaving a
Repair
note.
car if shared.
Yeah.
Do we have any leads on
Sorry,
who killed
giving Helen
Officer
update.
Tips?
Based off of the
No.
reports, I believe it was the clowns.
Wait, is that Miller?
I believe
I
Chatterbox.
can
Yeah,
speak
Miller's on
it a
duty
bit
now.
If you'd like, I was there.
Yeah, if you wanna go ahead.
Whoa, was there something?
Do we
Go
have any idea who killed out Dick?
So
I just asked that.
long story
The
short.
clowns.
Oh, Dick. Oh, the clowns? What? Oh, okay.
Helen said
All
it
right.
was the
So
clowns.
today was chaotic. There was a few deaths today. Sadly. We brought Air One out, and I was co-pilot Air One, and unfortunately, while we were looking for the clowns at the fun house, Tips Alpha. Upon arriving, the clowns were fleeing scene, specifically a red club. So as soon as the DOA was announced, everybody kind of just went on a really big manhunt organized. Air One was patrolling around the city, Sandy and such, just specific spots. There was a few hostage situations with, I believe, Ratchet. And ultimately, Ratchet got away, but Ember Quinn, who was a suspect in the murder of Richard Tips, allegedly, or potentially rather, she turned herself in. I wish Helen was here because Helen did a very long interrogation on with
Helen's
Ember,
on the phone.
and I feel like she would be able to answer these questions. But I'm sure a lot was said in those interrogations that could have potentially made Ember a suspect in Tips's death. But either way, rest in peace, Tips. He was just a funny, quirky little guy, and unfortunately, the clowns are having a civil war that is affecting others.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see.
Helen said he's dead because the clowns are having a civil war.
Yep.
There you go.
What's that have to do with him, though?
Yes, it is.
Richard
Well,
Tip was
there's two
married
people to confirm.
to Sooty Gamwich.
Oh.
Who is otherwise known as Boom Boom. I think they officially got
Love
married.
them.
Or they were, like, still pre-wife.
They were
They
going
were
for
in
Sorry,
it.
some
who got
form of a
married?
relationship. I'm pretty sure Tips and Sooty were married.
Tips and Sooty.
They'd been together for a very long time back, a long time ago before the collapse, and yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, aside from that, just make sure you guys repair cars if you take out shared vehicles if you cannot afford them. Or sorry, if you cannot find a mechanic to get them repaired, please leave a note in the email chain as well as money equivalent to the repair cost in the lockbox of the vehicle. And make sure there's a note there so people are aware. That's all I got. I'm not doing a bit tonight. If you guys have anything you want to come up and say, you have any announcements or anything, please
Cool.
come and do
I
so.
do have
End of
one
meeting.
thing.
If you got, yeah, go
I got
ahead.
one more thing.
Oh no, never mind. Never.
No.
Yep.
All right. So this new car shit's kind of confusing a lot of people.
Right.
Let's be honest. I think a lot of people fucking hate it. You're in your Taurus, and it feels like turning is like it's like a limited joystick in fucking Pac-Man. You ever play those games? Like you got it like McDonald's drive-through, and the joystick barely moves.
Like when
That's
you
what
go
the
to your
fucking
cousin's
steering
birthday
wheel feels
party
Huh?
and
like.
like your cousin uses the good controller and you have to use like the other
The shit
controller.
one? Yeah,
That his
exactly.
little brother played with
Oh,
and
the
threw at the
one with the
wall.
stick drift.
The stick drift, and you're like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'm turning the wheel, and you're like, oh, I'm still on
Well,
the wall. I'm
actually,
not turning.
I think that's disrespectful to stick drift because drift is in the name of stick
Oh.
drift, and we can't even turn the fucking cars. So let's be honest.
Oh.
There is a few things you can do. However, you're limited by not having a currency that they use, apparently called bet. I don't know how legal or illegal this currency is, so I wouldn't do anything about it, and I wouldn't touch it till command says you can. But
Bet.
I'm sure they're already looking into it.
I bet.
But to keep it very short and simple, your engines are, and I learned all of this from sitting there, by the way, for 2 hours and not talking to anybody. I just fucking eavesdropped on everyone's conversations. It's kind of sick.
That's cool.
So there are boxes people are getting, and you go through the box and you find like a part. You can find an engine, a fucking V10 engine if you want, right? A V6. You get it. You just find engines. There's also weight reduction shit you can do. Something with your suspension. I forgot the exact term the mechanic used. There's a lot of things you can do, and it's very expensive. So if you have a lot of money, now's your time to blow it. I guess when command says you can.
Oh,
If you got a
I
lot
should
of
probably
money, it's time to blow it.
wait. I should probably I guess I don't have anything to announce, but maybe like a little tidbit to add to that.
Yeah.
Just a little aside. During shift 2, Marlo Stanfield came into the lobby and he offered to what he was trying to do was set up a deal with LSPD command, whoever has power and authority over finances, none of which were on duty.
Holy shit.
Oh, hello, Helen.
Well, that's an entrance.
Okay. Anyway, the point that he wanted to set this up with was so that he could sell car parts to us in bulk, and I didn't know what he was talking about, but that announcement just shed a lot of light on it. So apparently, maybe these people are selling them to him, or he's getting lots of them, and he wants to set up a deal with us so that we can get our hands on these parts without having to buy it with illegal currency. He's willing to sell it to us for cash instead. We didn't have anybody on duty who could entertain that contract or deal, so he said that's fine. Just have people call me
I think
individually.
that
I won't
does
be able
fit.
to sell it to them as cheap as I would if it was in a large bulk order. But if they want to individually buy things, he said he had what were the parts? One was like a rear. It was called like a drift thing.
A drift
It
kit?
wasn't a drift kit. It was like a drift bar, anti-sway bar, I think it was called.
Oh.
He was selling that.
Sway bar.
Yeah, he was selling
Yeah.
wheels. Apparently there's different types of anti-sway bars, so you have to get the right one, and we don't know which one to get
Oh.
yet. So I would advise not spending any money until somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about tells you what
yeah,
we're
that's
supposed to
a
be
big
buying.
Yeah,
thing.
sway
So,
bar stiffen the
I was,
suspension.
Essentially,
I
don't
w-
touch anything with your cars until it's deemed by command what you can touch with your cars.
yeah, I was told that every car is different as well. Like,
Mhm.
no car is the same.
Yeah. Yeah. So I suppose we'll be able to buy those parts like you were saying, but we'll probably have to buy them with cash from people who got them however they got them. That's probably the only pipeline we'll have.
Fuck yeah. Can't
Yeah.
wait to get robbed.
Yeah, it's gonna be secondhand stuff from them, and we'll pretty much be at their mercy, I think.
I
But
think I'm going off duty and then doing it myself.
yeah,
Yeah.
Marlo said
I'm
he'd be willing to
s-
sell us some, but he's not awake this time of day, so maybe in my shift I'll be able to set that
He
up.
was
But again, I
awake
don't know
this
what the hell I'm
first
doing.
morning,
So
man.
okay, yeah, that's all I wanted to add about the Marlo thing walking in. Maybe there'll be other people in shift 2 that offer 3 that offer you guys some similar deal where you can contact them and they'll sell you parts, but that's up to you guys.
A lot of people are not. All right. Anybody else get anything?
Oh,
All
Raider.
right. With that,
Oh my
then
god, Raider, yeah, you're gonna tell that
we'll,
joke you said this morning? Yeah.
we'll wrap up the meeting there then.
what?
Nixon, I'll talk with you
Me?
first.
Jokes? I'm not
Miller, don't go
funny.
far. I gotta talk with you. Okay.
All right, I'm right
Trader
here.
texted me and told me he has a joke he wants to tell to end the meeting.
I don't have any jokes. I'm not even funny.
Why'd
the
you text me and
joke.
say, don't be
Odium.
nervous now?
I'm
You
just
were so excited.
I'm
You
just
told me you were so excited
Australian.
to tell your joke.
That was
No,
pretty
I
funny.
don't
Go
have
ahead,
any
get up there. Come
jokes.
on. You're so funny, Raider. Just get up there.
I don't
Trader,
have any jokes.
If you would like to come up, then you can come up. If not, meeting dismissed.
I have a small amount of wit. I don't tell jokes.
That was the truest thing you said today. Alright, good night, everybody. I'm going to bed. I just wanted to
No.
tell you guys about the car parts. Oh, also, oh fuck, I forgot something. BBMC said they have class 2s.
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, and I'm the king of England. It's fine.
Yeah, me neither. I'll figure it
All
out.
right.
What's it?
Miller, you owe $10,000 in terms of vehicle repairs.
Okay.
For license plate ending in 4A5, ending in WE3, and ending in 581.
Okay.
Um,
is there like what's the process?
If you can get the cash and put it into
can't
evidence locker 13204.
13204.
Yes.
All right, easy.
Just make sure that you repair your cars when you're done taking them for the shift. If you can't repair them, leave your money in the lockbox for them, okay? And leave a note in the email chain that they're
Yeah,
Where
just
exactly?
reply to
Where
you
exactly
full
in the email
time.
chain am I supposed to be doing? You know?
Okay.
Just in the
fine.
general email chain
Here, though. I have
should suffice.
something. I have something for you.
It's gonna be a lot of those very soon. All right, I'm gonna go grab some cash and be back.
That's fine.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
God, thank you.
All right, Nixon.
Yeah.
So looking through this,
I'm-
identity theft.
I'm-
I see where your thought is for it
Don't
for it
eat
fitting,
loudly over me.
and I do think that it can fit as well.
Were you even hungry?
Because he attempted
Nope.
to
You
escape
motherfucker.
criminal liability by using another person's name, birth date, or other identifying information. I think another charge that could also fit, if you wanted to look at something else, is impersonation. I'm not sure if you've looked at impersonation yet.
I haven't really considered it for that. Let me see. Impersonation. Providing law enforcement with a false or fictitious name under detainment or arrest. That would probably be much easier to prove.
That's what I was thinking. I think it would be a much easier fit than identity theft, although I do see how identity theft could fit. Also, I'm not sure why he recommended the stolen identity, because there's no way to prove that that identity has been stolen, as we don't have any record or information of that identity being reported as stolen. So I would not press identity, or I would not press possession of stolen ID. What I would also suggest you do for this incident, if you're going to press a warrant for it, is add a section to this report for all of your probable cause for each charge. Just clearly
Right.
outlined at the top of the report. Attempted murder of a government employee, shot Deputy Lee, cut and dry. Reckless evading, resisted arrest in a motor vehicle, high rates of speed, opposing lanes of travel, whatever the fuck. Operating motor vehicle on suspended revoked license. With him being unmasked, you were able to identify him. His profile has a suspended or revoked license. Impersonation or whatever charge you choose to press. Your reason for pressing it. He used an identity that was not his during detainment, because traffic stop is detainment, right? And then failure to stop is cut and dry. I would also recommend that you outline your PC for identifying him as Mike Kowalski. I know in your report you said he was unmasked and all that. That's completely fine and fair way to identify him, but just put it all in this section up at the top here, so that when command looks at it, they can see all your PC lined up real quick and say, okay, this looks good, send it off. Because if it's not outlined like that, they're not going to approve it. They're going to tell you to outline it like that. All right?
Affirm. Yeah, I'll put each charge I have here. I'll just put a brief explanation of what reason I have to believe that.
Yep. Any other questions?
Nope. I will finish this, and then tomorrow I'll talk to Deputy Lee about getting his statement in there. And once I feel like his statement is in there, I'll push it to. I guess it would have to be a sergeant or above to approve.
Yeah, command plus.
Command plus is sergeant is that a command rank?
Yes.
It is. Okay. I'll look for any sergeant or above, and I'll see if I can get it pushed. If there's no sergeants, I'll go farther up until I find somebody.
Yep.
What's the I was trying to find the. Do you know there's a document? I know I've seen it in legislation. It's just such a sea of legislation. I don't know what it was called. A document that outlined how long you could send arrest warrant for, depending on what the infraction was. Like there was one that was like if it's misdemeanors, it's only a short time, but then felonies or then violent felonies, and it was like this amount of time, that amount of time.
It is automatically organized. So if you place a warrant for a misdemeanor, it's 3 days, but if you place a warrant for a felony or violent felony, it is 5 days.
Okay.
And
it just knows based on if the charges are in there how long it does it automatically? Or?
I believe so. I have never adjusted anything to do with warrants or anything like that. That's always been a command thing. So
Okay.
as far as I'm aware, it just does. Did you put the money in the locker, Miller?
Yeah, evidence 13204.
13204. All right, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got a question for you, Nixon.
Mhm.
This might seem a little bit out of left field, but I trust your judgment with it. You think I could be chief of police?
Do I think you could be chief of police? Yeah, I think you could be chief of police. I think anybody could be chief of police.
Do you think
I think
I
you could
do a good job as a chief of police?
Boy, yeah, I think so. It's a lot of bureaucratic shit.
Mhm.
And any relationships you had with anybody going into that role, as far as if you respected them, if they respected you, it puts all those relationships on their head, because now You are the king, and everybody who wants something expects it from you. And they think that the nicer they are to you and the more they stick their nose up your ass,
Okay.
the more likely that they're going to get it. And if they don't, it's not their fault. It's your fault that they didn't get it. So there's a lot of people who become more distant to you when you want to be friendly with them because they feel like that puts you at odds. And there's other people who you don't really want anything to do with, but they're attached to you like a tick because you are the source of power and they suck it like a leech.
Okay.
So there's a lot of that, and it is disheartening and it's kind of demoralizing. I've seen it happen in other law enforcement agencies when I've been friends with people who've gone on to become chief, and it's like kind of sucks some of the joy out of getting on duty when you realize I can't go to calls. I can't just do police work like I want to do. You can't do patrol stuff. You can't walk across a room without 5 people saying, "Can I have you for a minute? Can I talk to you about something?"
Okay.
Your phone's constantly getting blown up. Every criminal wants to use your name like you're some kind of magic spell that's gonna get them out of custody.
Okay.
But that's a lot of me just shitting on the role. But I mean, you could do it. You've got a methodical mindset. You're organized. You've got a logical thought process. You got thick skin, and from what I could read from your MDT profile, you've been a police officer for a long time. So it's not like you're new to this and you're all like wide-eyed, like meeting a celebrity for the first time. Like, wow, chief of police. You know what this whole role is, what it entails. You've seen it in your career. I'd imagine you've seen it done very well, and you've seen it done very poorly. So as long as you can take lessons from the people who did it poorly, and take lessons from the people who you saw do it well, and try to keep that in mind as you try to do that role, then I think you'll do fine. As long as you've seen what a good chief of police looks like, and what a good chief of police does, and what a terrible, shitty chief of police looks like, and what they do.
Right. The reason I asked that is because I had a conversation with Jason Ledson, who is running for mayor, and he has told me that if he does become mayor, that he would like to install me as chief of police.
Interesting.
And so I've been having a lot of conversations with some people to see perspectives and ideas to see if it is truly something that I would like to take, because out of the gate it is. And then I have conversations with people and it sounds a little bit less enticing. So I'm very torn with this decision right now. And
Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's definitely one to consider carefully, because it can do wondrous things for your career. To be put in that role and have your name thrust into that type of situation, and it can definitely open some doors for you. But there are dark sides that come along with it as well. You become the picture in the middle of the dartboard, and every time someone has a problem with something, I'm stuck in traffic on the way to Mission Row. Psh, fucking Maple's fault. God damn it, the vending machine prices are too high. Fucking Maple, I bet it's his fault. I missed that shot when I was shooting at the suspect. Fucking Maple should have trained my aim better. Everything becomes your fault. Good
I
things
see.
too, but everything becomes your fault.
Okay. I appreciate the insight, Nixon. Thank you. I think that is what I needed to hear.
Well, just best of luck with it. I hope that everything works out the way that you're hoping it will. One way or the other, I'm sure you'll be fine. I think that the chief of police is kind of a role that I don't think has the power that I think it needs to have, the full authority to really shape the police department to the image you have in your mind of what this police force should be like: staffing, positions, equipment, policies, procedures. It's much more of a, I don't want to belittle the role, but it's a bit more of like almost like a figurehead position. You are the chief of police, but it doesn't seem to me like any chief of police here really runs the show. You have some authority, and more than anything, your job is to have authority over people's morale and people's attitudes. And if you do a great job, people will fill up this. Every meeting in here will be there'll be butts in these seats, and people can't wait to get to work because they know that you're around, and they want to be on duty when you're on duty, and that's when you know you're doing your job well. And when this place is a fucking ghost town, that means quite the opposite. It means you're doing a shitty job. Nobody wants to be here. They hate their job. They'd rather do anything. They'd rather be at home doing their taxes than showing up here to do another shift of police work.
Right.
So it's still a lot of authority, even if you don't have absolute authority. Man, as much authority as I wish that the chief of police would have. You do have a lot of control and a lot of power over people's destinies, and it's not a small thing to be considered. You got to be very deliberate about that. The biggest thing that I try to tell people that are considering high command route stuff, whether it's captain or lieutenant or chief or whatever it is, and I've said this before to another law enforcement agency. I think it was in Leoneda about a decade ago. They kept finding themselves short-staffed. They kept finding themselves needing to recruit another wave of cadets, and I walked up to the chief and I said, "Look, this is like the 7th time this has happened. How many more times do you need to understand when there's a problem with staffing? Hiring lots of new cadets is not the solution. That's a temporary fix, but you need to make the hard decision to look in the mirror. You might not like what you see, but you have to look in the mirror and say to yourself, why don't people want to keep coming to work and being a police officer in my county, in my jurisdiction, in this area? Is there anything that I'm doing that's resulting in them not wanting to be here? There's a million things they could do with their time. It's very hard to make all those people want to come here and work for me, the chief of police or the sheriff or whatever it is. And if you're not doing that, if they're just deciding to spend their time elsewhere doing something else, what is it that they're doing instead? And why are they choosing that over working here? Because if they're working for competing law enforcement agencies or just quitting the field altogether, there's got to be some way to remedy that. I don't know if exit interviews are the answer. Like, talk to people and be like, hey, why aren't you coming on duty anymore? What was it? Was it the attitudes? Is it the office politics? Is it the laws? The equipment we gave you wasn't good enough? What did you feel like? The attitudes from the people on the street? It's probably some combination of things, but once we start getting questions asked to people who used to show up but don't show up anymore, we can start to answer that question. Why don't people stick around? And then we don't have to worry about hiring 100 new people every fucking 2 months. We don't have to worry about that because we'll retain people, because we'll know already, because we asked why they're leaving and we know, and we could address that. But if nobody ever takes the time to ask the hard questions, we can't hire our way out of every problem. Never have been able to, never will be able to. That's not how this works.
I gotta be chief.
But you're still here, and I'm here.
I am still
So,
here.
Can't be that bad.
For the last 9 months, Nixon, I've been sitting here saying I just gotta wait it out another 3 more months, and things will get better.
Yep, just got to get through this rough patch.
That's been my last 9 months.
Yep. I talked to Mason Dixie earlier today, and I said I'm interested in joining the motor patrol, and he said he'll keep me in the loop. The motorcycles can't really turn right now, or there's a bunch of things that are changing, and they can't really take on new people right now until they get some answers to some questions. But he's writing my name down, and we'll cross that bridge as soon as we can. And it got me to kind of get curious, because he said that there's only like 4 people that were certified to ride motor on the entire PD, and like one of them just got charged with murder, and he can't ride motor. And then there was like 3 others, and they just don't come on duty anymore. So it's basically like him and you, and that's basically it in the entire PD that rides motor.
Yeah, and Pierce, but Pierce has been sick.
Yeah.
He's the motor lead, and then Opal I haven't seen in a very long time.
Yeah. So it got me to kind of look at the roster, and I was like thinking, wow, that sucks that motor is down so bad like that. And I kind of got curious, so I was like, let's see how, like Air 1 is doing. And I started looking at the air certs, and I was like, wow, that is really not a lot of people. Okay, well, how about this like Mustang Interceptor thingamajig? And I'm looking at that, and I'm like, oh boy, that's not much better. And then I was like, how about this K9 cert? How's this doing? And I was like, holy shit. I've only been hired for like a month now, but this police force has been together for like 10, 11 months at this point. And
This is why
these certs are empty, man.
once this potential for chief of police has been put on my desk, that I am inclined to try and take it, because the thing that this police department has not had for the last 11 months is stability. The three
Yeah.
captains in December had a plan. They had intention. They had a goal. They were building a police department from scratch, a police department that did not have funding, did not have support. Our first day was, half of our first day was on foot patrol. We didn't have cars. The cars we did get were junkers. They were shit. And we had to deal with them because we didn't have money. We were a police department in a city where the government had an economic collapse. We were struggling, understandably so. And majority of the skeleton crew understood that, but there were a few people who were brought in after the fact, that decided to throw their hands up in the air and say, why is this and why is this that? And every time we told them why, they refused to believe it, and they complained. Their complaining went to the mayor. The mayor decided, I'm going to fix it. So he took over, fired all the captains. Well, actually, he took over and all the captains quit because he took over and became a dictator. He ran for 6 months, and took over the police department, and tried to fix everything, and didn't. And then a new mayor came in and decided, fuck it, I'm gonna do whatever I want now, and decided to completely wipe everything that we had put in place over the last 6 months, just as we started kind of finding a footing again. And then reset it all, put in new chief of police, and said, this is my puppet to play with, and I am going to play with it how I please. So when Ledson came to me and said that I would be his choice, he also told me that he intends on passing legislation to remove the mayor's interference with the police department, leaving it entirely a police decision. And I told him directly that I will not bend my knee to him if he places me as the chief of police. And that...
Interesting. I was going to say, I really didn't like the idea of a mayor having so much authority over the police by implanting the chief of police. It needs to be somewhat more autonomous here.
Yes, and my intention, if he does end up winning and I do end up in the position, is to provide stability so that I don't have to stay in that position and it can be properly voted in by the PD, by people who actually work the day-to-day. I don't want to take the position to hold the position. I want to take the position so that somebody who deserves the position can have the position properly.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to do it, because if someone from outside the PD could just come in and just pick somebody who's not qualified and doesn't have the respect of the police, we've already seen what happens. It's not like people just respect you because you've been named by some external third party chief of police. Police officers respect their peers. They respect the people that they count on every day and that they work beside and that they bleed with. And they want to see those people succeed and get into positions where they can, follow their lead. They don't like seeing them get supplanted or bypassed by people they don't know. This is that. It's only stone's throw from people just installing their cronies and lick spittles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't like that. Nobody likes that.
And that is why everybody has gone to the BCSO, is because Andy has implemented a legislation with Blaine County in which the mayor of the North has no input over the sheriff.
I didn't know about that. That does make sense. I just thought they were all leaving because they were unhappy with the political situation.
That also has to do with it, which I don't blame them. I understand their frustration, but I have put too much blood, sweat, and tears into this department over the last 11 months to just bend over backwards and leave. But the other thing that I know is that if I end up in that position of chief of police, and it's not a position that I can hold, or it's not something that I am doing properly or doing well, then I will step down and give it to somebody else who deserves that position and can do the job better.
Well, it's a hard job to do well. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be too hard on yourself if you're not super successful right. Sometimes it takes a while to find your groove, but Yeah, I mean, when we walk around the department, it's funny because everyone cares so much about ranks and chevrons and bars on collars and stuff, but you don't need any of that. As an outsider who just got hired a month ago, you walk through this department and you can feel within a week the people that have earned the respect of their peers, the way they look at people, the way that people speak to them, the way that they show up on the scene and they know what's going on, that command presence.
Mhm.
They it's obvious they don't need to be told what, and they don't even, usually those are the ones that don't even care what their rank is, because that's just, it's who they are. You respect the person, not the rank.
Right.
There's plenty of those.
I appreciate the talk, Nixon. Helped
Sure
me with a
thing,
lot of
Maple.
perspective and a lot of decisions that I need to make.
Of
And
course. Well, that's really exciting.
for all I know, it might not even matter, because Ledson might not win and I might not end up as chief, and Ledson might win and I still might not end up as chief. But
Yeah, who knows?
even though
Who
the
knows?
possibility is there, I've wanted to try and start making sure that I have something in mind.
And the funniest thing is, maybe it could. There's always a possibility that the whole thing falls apart and someone else gets elected, chief, and we all go, "Oh man, we had all these great plans," and then, hell, for all we know, that person could turn out to be fantastic. That's half the times in my life when I thought everything was supposed to go this way and everything was supposed to be perfect, it went a completely different way, and I was like, I can't imagine if it went any other way. That was great, actually. So yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes,
Time will tell.
one way or the other.
I'll let you get out of here. I know it's late for you. It's only gonna be Drader and me on duty. Okay.
I'm sure you got this. You want some dragon nuggies?
I doubt I'm gonna be staying on duty long, but thank you. I will actually eat this
Confirm.
right now.
You go right ahead. Have yourself a good night, Maple.
Night, Nixon. Thank you. Radio check.
Loud and clear. Down to.
Drader, it's only me and you.
Yeah, copy that.
And I'm not sure how long it's gonna be only me and you for. Because there's a high possibility it might just be you, brother.
Yeah, copy that. It's alright, Trader. You still me? Who are you again? Wow, that's okay. That's crazy. And me.
Hello, love of my life. How are you?
Hello, sweetheart.
Yeah, what now?
I love you.
I
love you.
love you.
Okay.
Love you.
Okay. You know, that's all I remember.
Right now, it's only
Oh,
me and
I
Drader
remember
on
you,
duty.
your feet guy.
Oh, fine.
That's no, that's
It's
not
only
what
me and Drader
no.
on duty.
Firstly, that's not what I want to be.
I
with
had a very
everyone.
long conversation
Secondly,
with
there's
Nixon
nothing about me
about
that
the
ties
chief
with
of police.
these.
Okay. Yeah.
Apart
do
from
you
me
say?
having
I asked
these,
him,
I got two of them.
you know, what he thought about
One
me
thing,
potentially
it's
in
plural.
that position,
I have
and if
2
he thought I
foots.
could do it, and he said he does.
You
We
take
just had a
photos of them
it was just a
and
very
that's
good
nice.
conversation in general about how
No.
what to expect.
No. Why would I?
Essentially,
No.
is that
No.
everything will become
no.
my fault, even if it's not my fault.
I mean, I guess when I'm out at the
But he
beach
That
thinks
is
and my
true.
feet are
he
showing,
thinks
a
that I
picture
would
of me
be able to
showcases
handle
my
it because
feet,
I
but
do
that's
have a
about
thick
it.
skin. I am very level-headed. I'm
You
methodical.
really love
and
yourself
I'm
that much?
organized.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. Not like no, I'm saying when a picture is
And
taken
I also
off
spoke
of
to him
me,
about my
off me
intention
at
on
the
not holding the
beach,
position
like
forever
my feet
for a
show,
very
not
long
me.
time, and essentially
it.
getting stability in the police department so
I do
that
not take pictures of my
somebody
own feet.
who is wanted by the police department is
Whatever
put
you
into
say,
the
buddy.
position as soon as possible.
It's
As well as the
true.
mentioned legislation that Letson had mentioned with making the PD self-sufficient, essentially just letting us do our thing and making the chief of police a PD decision.
Right.
Which, you know, he thought was a good idea. And he gave me a lot of perspective, and it was good and what I needed to hear, because a lot of people, and like I spoke with Matt earlier or yesterday, he told me that he would never vote for me because he does not want to put me in that position and suffer like that.
I mean, he didn't want me to be treasurer.
Yeah.
He knew that it would wear me down. And you didn't tell him about me being deputy mayor, did you?
I did not know.
Okay, good.
I did not.
he's probably going to lose it whenever he hears that.
He might. And this is all, I mean, this is all assuming that we end up in these positions.
Right. I mean, yes, there is still the chance that this is all worry for nothing. But here's the thing. Just like you told me, you will regret passing up this opportunity if you do indeed get the chance. Because even if
Save me, Maple,
it doesn't go
Matt, thank you so much, dude.
the
I
way that you
appreciate
want
you
it
so much
to,
for the raid as well as the
at least you can
continued
say that you
12 months of
did
tier 1. Thank you so
the
much,
best
man.
Here,
that
Thank
you
you.
could.
take my last $6. I officially have no money.
Thanks
You
to
will
Aquarius
have
for my sub
people
gift.
who will try and sabotage you. You will have people coming in trying to undermine you.
I was wanting to talk
But
to
you
OC
have to
about that,
stay
so
the
I'm glad we were able to have an
course.
IC conversation.
Stick to your guns and do what you believe is right. Because you are one of the very few people currently in the LSPD that has been here since the borders opened. You have seen people come and go. You know firsthand where the issues are. You've watched the burnout. You've experienced the burnout. It is time to surround yourself with people who will show up
I appreciate you, man.
and who will step up.
Yeah.
Who want to genuinely see the LSPD become what it should be and not just their own self-serving ambition.
Yeah.
And I will be right there with you. You were there for me when I was treasurer, and I will be right there for you as chief.
Well, let's get to that point first. We got another 2 weeks still.
Right. I mean, like I said, I
Potentially.
mean, this could all be a bunch of anxiety and what ifs and stress for literally no reason. But if it does happen, we also need to make sure that we do have a plan of attack so you can hit the ground running.
Yeah. I was hoping to be able to talk to Sky tonight about that plan of attack. But
Yeah, well, you
there's
know,
nobody
sometimes
around.
she starts late, you know. It might be just taking her a little bit to get out of bed, and you know. And it will be important. You want to surround yourself with the people who have been showing up.
Yeah,
Not
I
the
know.
ones
I
who are
believe in
just
that.
gonna start, you know, coming, you know, out of nowhere, like, oh, hey, I hear there's some ranks open, bruh. Nah,
Yeah.
we don't reward that because those are fair weather motherfucking people and they're going to come and go with the wind. You need reliable people who have stepped up, and who cares if they don't have experience? You don't have command experience because nobody has given you the opportunity. People were literally hired in after you and pushed up past you. Okay, well,
Yeah.
this is your time to do what you think is best. And the thing is that you're not going to be some puppet. You're not going to be listening to some megalomaniacal fucking narcissist who has their own fucking agenda and wants to use the PD as their own militia. Jason will allow you, and I will make sure as his deputy mayor that he will allow you to do what you think is best. Because enough is enough. This chaos is not doing the city any favors.
No. Not.
The LSPD has literally been crippled, which is what I predicted months ago.
Yeah.
And I know it's scary. I know it's terrifying. I know the anxiety that you're feeling because I felt it when treasurer was thrown in front of me.
She is. That's why
But
she's great, dude. She's awesome. Exactly what Maple needs.
you never know unless you try.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. There is also very much a part of me that's sitting here wondering if, Jason's just putting on a show to try and get votes and has no intention of doing anything he says he is, because I don't know. We've been burned before by somebody who came to us for opinions on things, before becoming mayor.
Yeah, I know.
With ideas. So there's very much a part of me that's sitting there thinking, maybe it's gonna bite us in the ass.
I have known him long enough that I would sincerely hope he wouldn't, because I think he realizes that that would burn a bridge with me for good.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it is a possibility, but I would sincerely hope that he wouldn't.
As do I.
But the fact of the matter is that he's catering to the voter base, right?
Mhm.
And right now, a lot of the people who are in command aren't making the greatest decisions. Now, whether that's entirely their fault may not be, or not, that we don't know. But politics is all about optics.
Yeah.
And the court of public opinion is trumps all. So the fact that you have been kind of under the radar, so to speak, is probably what's doing you, doing you good right now. But I mean, because, yeah, politics is messy and you're going to have a lot of headaches and you're going to get a lot of instruction from above you. And you're going to, but we will field all of that one day at a time. But you have to be ready to put in the time, put in the work, listen to the people underneath you.
And stick to my guns and not flip-flop back and forth.
Yes. And don't undermine people and allow them to be mistreated and disrespected repeatedly. Nip it in the bud. Be stern. Do not fold.
Right. Yeah. Well, now all that's left to do is for this election to happen and see if it actually comes to fruition or not, I suppose.
Yeah, and just start thinking about what you want to do and who you want to put where. And let me tell you, if somebody starts talking about rank blow, tell them to stuff it, because here we go. Ranks will look a certain way on paper, okay? But the reality is that this is a living, breathing city that never sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
The PD have to be running 24/7. So yeah, you may have a whole lot of this and this and this in each shift, but those people do not work 24/7. They do not put in full 8-hour days, every single day of the week. There has to be overlap of people in the same position to make sure that there are people of that necessary rank around.
Except for Crystal. Yeah.
So, I mean, I could literally go on and on about this. Given what I have witnessed in all of the PD meetings that I used to sit in on as deputy mayor, and the things that I saw on the council and the things that you've told me about since. It's just everything that Flop went through, that Matt went through. I mean, hell, I wish you could talk to Richard because, you know, you got Matt, but Richard was also assistant chief.
Mhm.
But, you know. What's been happening isn't working. So it's time to stop this constant cycling out of high command and allowing PD to actually have that stability to start building a foundation, or it's going to constantly be this gutted thing that is barely hobbling.
Yeah.
LSPD officers will not be able to take pride in their department and believe in their department until that happens.
Yeah.
Trust me, enough bullshit happens from the day to day that we don't need in-house drama constantly. Okay.
Yeah, you can tell me. You can tell that. You can say that again. I'm gonna have to. If I'm being honest, my intention is to like pull from everybody else that I've known, that I've worked under, that I've heard from, that I've learned from, and use everything they've told me.
And that's good. That
Sort
is
of.
a wonderful way to go into it. Anyone who goes into this thinking that they don't need any help is a fucking fool.
My entire desire is to go into it and take as much help as possible. I want to surround myself with people who have been here for a long time and know what they need to do and know how to do it in their positions and can run what they need to run, how they need to run it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm supposed to be meeting with
Exactly.
Viv later on today.
That
I don't know how the
is
fuck
good.
I'm gonna do it because she's not gonna be awake until about 2 hours before the storm.
Well, it sounds like you will definitely need to go to bed early, dear.
Yeah.
And then wake up later. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is most certainly what is going to need to happen tonight. Or wake up earlier and I don't know, maybe just be around for a little bit and then go back to sleep. I don't know. I gotta figure something out, but I do think that I will need to go to bed a lot earlier tonight than normal in order to catch Viv.
Yeah. 100%.
Try to at least.
Did I help?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
It's daunting.
Like I said,
but
I know it's scary, but you
kind of
can
a good
do
thing that it
this.
is. It's kind of a good thing that it's daunting. It kind of needs to be.
Mm-hmm. You can do this. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you want what's best for the department. You don't care about you and how it's going to benefit you.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Just don't let people questioning your ability or being petty and trying to belittle you because they don't think you're somehow worth it or deserving. Don't let that shake you. Like I said, you've been here since the borders opened. You've seen all of the good and the bad. You know what to do and what mistakes not to repeat. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
And like you said,
you're not wrong.
you're going to surround your people or yourself with people who are competent and capable and also have that same want to make the department what it should be.
Yeah.
And all these fools who are showing up like out of the blue all of a sudden, just take note and
That was
they'll
something else
disappear.
that Nixon mentioned is that people are going to show up. People are going to latch onto me and try and suck my power. People are.
Oh
going
yeah, I
to-
mean, you saw the way that people were on Barrack's dick.
Yeah.
Like, and then as soon as he kind of, people started questioning his power and his ability to do the job, they all suddenly forgot he existed. Oh Jesus, all the lights just went out in the hospital.
Yeah. Power. Somebody's probably up at the power plant.
I am scared.
Nah, it's fine. Nothing to worry about. You ain't gotta worry about nothing.
I'm not behind a locked door. Let me fix that.
I don't think you have anything to worry about down there at the hospital, sweetheart.
Well, I don't know if the ADMC is still wanting to kill me. So,
Fair enough.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that I could do my wifely duty of encouraging my husband. I get it, but I don't want you to doubt yourself.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And
Just
the
in the
fact that
basement.
you're
you could tell.
scared is a good thing because it means that you actually care.
Yeah. And it could be a pretty good opportunity to prove a lot of people wrong. I do enjoy
Well.
doing that.
Hey, if at the end of this you get a stronger department that's more stable and people can be proud to be a part of again, then I think you've done more than enough.
Yeah.
All right. Now, who do you love more than anything in the world?
You without question. There's not a doubt in my mind about that.
Good. Don't you fucking forget it.
Don't intend to ever.
All right. So, are you going on duty for a little bit?
I'm not sure. It's literally just me and Drader. There's not much we can really do.
Yeah. Well, I need to finish this report. I was going to say we could drive around. That way, at least you have company. But I can't leave the hospital until I finish the report.
Hey, that's no worries. You do what you gotta do.
Okay. If you do go off duty, you want to come get me?
I will.
Okay.
Alright. How long do you think that report
Be
should take
safe.
you to?
Well, I don't know. Ray almost fucking died on me 3 times, so Jesus.
Is there a blackout going on?
Shouldn't
Yeah,
take me
probably.
more than like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yes, Nathan.
Yeah, right.
I'm so glad you can use your eyeballs.
I'll make it quick.
Listen.
Let me
I've
talk
just
to
never
you.
seen this
Don't
before,
worry. Yeah,
so
they're
that's
talking
why
about
I'm
it, yeah.
inquiring
Don't worry about
straight
making
up.
it quick. Just make sure you get it done properly. All right, sweetheart.
Yeah, of course.
You've never seen lights off?
I
All right,
will.
I'm not
I will
seeing
likely see
lights
you
on.
very soon.
All right, baby. I love you. I love you. I
I've
love
never
you.
seen Los
I love you.
Santos in a blackout, so that's
All
fine.
right, bye.
It's like, don't know what's going on.
I'm worried about you, Nathan.
What do you mean you're worried? What's there to worry about? I'm fine.
What level of education have you had?
Well, I'm EMS, so I did finish a degree in paramedicine. I did get my, I need education to
Just
be a
a
paramedic.
degree.
Excuse, like, what? What do you, what? Huh? What do you mean just the grade? Well, you know what? I'm gonna jump out of it, so I'm happy with my EMS job.
We're gonna go see about getting our car repaired. Um.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Burke. Are you available for a repair? No,
Not at the moment because I am unable to sign in, but then possibly.
Okay. No worries.
It is nighttime and I still can't be a mechanic at night.
I see. Understood. I forgot that was a thing. No problem. Thank you.
Alright, okay, bye.
Oh, man. Thursday. What are these shots? Oh. That's huh. That's what it is. Diego Escalvita. There's a shootout on the cargo ship. That's what all those horns honking were as well. Yeah, the sharks are clapping each other. Honestly, guys, I think I'm gonna just wrap up tonight. This is a very short stream, but I do think I need to actually try and go to sleep. Early. And hopefully I'll be able to, honestly, because I need to be awake in order to talk with Viv later on, and then we'll do the giveaway as well. Drader, I am sorry, but 297-1042.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
What, Maple?
I'll tell you. Sorry.
Always available, Maple.
Hey, man.
Guess
Just because
he's not.
I'm not on duty doesn't mean I'm not always available.
That's crazy.
I'll put my radio away now. Night.
Alright. So,
All right. I don't know how much at a time we're gonna have because we did literally just talk on the phone to her for 20 minutes. But we shall see. Honey?
Hi.
Hi.
There is one other thing. Obviously, there's a clown civil war
Oh yeah, I know.
that's currently happening.
Yeah, I know.
How much do you know?
I know. I know. A lot.
Okay.
Probably.
What you need to know is that Chatterbox is specifically going after members of the clowns' families. Ava was attacked, who is Ember's sister. Dick was Sooty's husband. Do you remember the part where I told you that I was officially Clown Doctor number 2?
Oh. Well, being a doctor doesn't make you a family member.
No, but given
Uh.
your history with Chatty, I just please just don't laugh. You are literally the love of my life, and if I lose you, I lose everything.
How about you focus on finishing that report?
I
And then I can take
am.
your
I'm
mind off.
just saying.
And then I can take your mind off of all of that.
Okay, well, I appreciate that, but I also need you to
I will do
take
what I
this
always
seriously.
do, and I always do take it seriously, and I always do look out for myself, and I always do take every precautionary step that I can, and you know that.
I know. I just Ray's surgery was so fucking dicey.
Mm-hmm.
And he lost an entire day because of it. I slipped trying to pull the first bullet out, and it was just, I mean, obviously it wasn't in his head, but all of the blood loss, more than likely, because he crashed twice, and I don't know, no matter how many times you do this, you always wonder what you could have done better.
You always will. I think that hospital should have, a backup power grid.
We are going to have to take it a little easy, though. My heart is a little stressed.
Of course.
So, hey, hi, how are you?
Hi.
You are my favorite, you know that.
I love you.
I love you. All right, I'm almost done.
Oh, soul do me nice this time of year. Part of me wish MDT screen glowed in the dark. That'd be kind of funny, actually.
God, it's so fucking dark. I can barely see.
It's a good thing that you're on a screen that glows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, otherwise I'd have to do this by street light. Oh wait,
Well,
the
you
street
wouldn't.
lights
Yeah,
probably
so
aren't
you
even
wouldn't
on
be able
outside.
to. Yeah, it's completely pitch black.
Oh my
outside.
god, is it really like
Yep.
super? That's
Oh yeah,
spooky.
it's
I
very
don't
dark.
like that.
It's very dark outside.
Well, at least we have a fire going in the fireplace at home, so that's good.
Mm-hmm. First, it was like a horror game yesterday. Yeah. It's like parents turn off the lights, but the DS screen gives the kid away. You should have seen the. We had to go to the prison last night, and it was pitch fucking black. And we had to clear the whole prison, and it was spooky in there. Very spooky.
That's not fucking horrifying.
Yeah, it was very spooky in there.
Jesus.
Once she's done, we take her, we go pick up paychecks, and then we go. Like if there's a zombie event this year and the whole city's power goes GTA 5, but it'd be a fucking horror game. True. True. Excuse me. Oh, let there be light. Jump scare, yeah. Fucking horn is actually so annoying too, dude. Do 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 do. Doom, 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 do, 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 do. Another one gone. Throw out a light and fucking you're just sitting there like, oop, oop. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Another one bites the dust. I mean, just turn the volume all the way down. Just have the volume on like minimum. I damn near always played my DS games with no audio. And I think that's why actually my DS was always on no volume or always muted or always on 0 volume. I think because I always used to play it at night when everybody was asleep. And I didn't want to wake anybody up or alert anybody. And on top of that, I have always had this sort of self-conscious thing about something that I'm doing being loud and interrupting somebody else. So like even my phone is never on loud. My phone is always on vibrate. All the fucking time, 24/7. Even when I'm asleep, it's on vibrate. When I'm fucking out and about, it's on vibrate. When I'm streaming, it's on vibrate. It is always 24/7, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, all fucking time, vibrate. Because I don't want, like, I like my fucking ringtones. My ringtones are my ringtones, and I specifically picked them to be my ringtones. But I don't want to hear them. Because I don't want to, like, I don't want my phone to ring, and then I don't want to be like that obnoxious, like, 50-year-old Karen who has, like, a super annoying ringtone and doesn't know how to fucking answer her phone, so she pulls it out and is looking at it, like, trying to figure out what to do while her ringtone is just blaring and everyone is like, dude, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And I think that started with the DS. I never wanted to, like, my DS sounds and the games of my DS to, like, interrupt people or for them to, like, hear what I'm doing. So I always had that shit on mute. I never had that shit on loud. Unless, like, I was alone, then I'd put that shit on loud, probably. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, do. Action. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. No, no. No, no. Only audio, it's hard when the game has a sounding
Okay.
fucking bopping
Um,
soundtrack, true.
The irony of having to fix somebody's heart after mine ruptured.
Good job. Ready?
Yeah,
You done did good.
thank you. All right, I think I'm good.
Yeah. Let's go then.
Let me get a chain.
Yep. You lock that or no?
Nah. Just in case. Come on,
You're not changed.
come with me.
Oh no, I was so okay.
Listen, you're getting caught lacking.
I was gonna wait for you to change and scoop you up when you came outside.
Do you think there's anything in here you ain't seen before?
No, I was just gonna wait till you were done changing and
Oh.
scoop you up when you came outside. These games are fucking so good, dude. Oh. Well, good luck to Drader, I guess.
What happened?
You don't see that government announcement?
No.
Really?
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what happened last night. I had to go to prison. But there's nothing there. You lock that?
Oh, hell no.
Yep. But we didn't have any sign of any actual breakout or anything like that, so...
Right there. Oh, yeah, sorry. All right. Uppies.
I've missed.
All this ass? Are you kidding? The worst part is that I don't know which clowns are on which side.
Me either.
So who do I trust?
I don't know.
I don't understand how it went so wrong when everything was so perfect at our wedding.
Been a long time.
Speaking of, have you gotten the pictures from O yet?
I have not, no.
God, I hope she didn't forget.
I don't think she did. Remember, there is a little bit of a...
Yeah,
kind
she's probably just been really busy, I'm sure.
Yeah. It was a good week there that I think a lot of us were very busy.
I know we were. That's fair, honestly. Oh no, really?
Everything. Every single car is a fucking boat now when it comes to turning.
Yeah, I noticed that my Brioso felt a little different.
Yeah, everything. The acceleration on this is no longer good, and it turns like a fucking boat. I need to slow down so much in order to make corners. The Taurus is very bad. That's Matt.
Oh no.
Matt had discovered that last night, and it was hilarious. He got on duty, and like the first thing he did was take a corner and crash into a tree and eject.
Oh no! Was he
And,
okay?
Yeah, the funniest thing about it was that he was driving southbound, and his car was facing northbound on a bench.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yup. Also, apparently we might be getting paid $3,500 an hour again.
What?
Yeah.
Ugh, get back on duty right now. We got a house to buy.
17. I mean, speaking of, hold on a second. What's the state ID?
Oh, 1272. Well, I just got a $9,000 paycheck. Okay.
Check again.
What's that?
I had 60K.
How did you have so much? You literally called me needing money.
I don't know.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Oh my god, Daddy.
I don't know. I have.
Okay. Well, that's 750 grand. Okay.
No, it's just been racking up on
Damn,
paychecks.
okay.
I mean, I've just kind of been getting 20K paychecks regularly for the last week, I guess.
Didn't you literally need like 10 grand from me? Like
I was on like
a few days ago?
pretty sure it was on like Sunday.
Wait, what's today?
What? Today's Thursday.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
It's been like a whole week of me getting paychecks.
Listen, I
mean, if I'm being entirely honest with you, the day we picked up the paycheck with Ledson,
yeah.
after the meeting with Ledson, that was 19K.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay.
And then today was 17K. So right there, 40K.
Oh. Is Nino rerunning?
Yes.
Oh, he's pulling a max.
Yep.
He's increasing everybody's pay to max to get votes. This motherfucker. Bro, you cannot fuck with people's livelihood for your benefit. I don't understand why people think this is a good idea. You don't do it. Doctors being punished because you got pissed off by one or two of them, $250 an hour.
Yeah. No,
Now
it's-
there's literally no doctors ever.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I don't have the courage to talk to Flop. I feel like we should be reimbursed our money that we put into that house, but I don't have it in me to have that conversation with him. Because so help me, Sean, if he looks me in my face and tells me that I deserved it, I don't think that I would come back from that.
Here's the thing, right? That conversation doesn't even need to happen. Like, you don't even need to talk to him about that. It can literally just be a, hey, we would like to be reimbursed for the house. We would like to be paid out and leave. And that is final. And then if he asks why, you say, I do not feel safe living in a house where the people who stab me in the heart could have access at any point they want. And it doesn't need to be any more conversation than that.
I just don't think that I could handle hearing a hateful tone come from him.
Then text it.
And that's what my sibling relationship with my brother that I've loved for years is reduced to.
Sadly. Yeah. And there's no way to sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna sit here and try and sugarcoat it. You know, that's not what I do.
I know.
I love you.
I love you.
Let's get some sleep. Okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hello?
Can you?
I'm trying to hug you.
I know.
Oh.
Sorry, bud, you're gonna have to go old school.
Now this is what we do. Like we're gonna do. You know, it's just like the old dance where you kind of like put your hands up together and you go in the opposite direction from each other. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So do that. So we face the opposite direction from each other.
Oh, is that how it works? Oh, I think we shouldn't be standing side by side.
Oh yeah, you're right. We might need to be a little bit apart. Hold on.
Yeah.
So like, and then like, a step. Like there. No.
What? No. Hold still.
Huh?
I'll be the big spoon.
Huh? What the fuck?
It's okay. I got you, baby.
I love you.
I love you too. Sweet dreams.
We're just gonna call it an early one tonight. To be free. We're going John. He's doing things. I don't know what it is he's doing, but he's doing them. Just show John some love. I will see you guys tomorrow. When? I don't really know. You might see me on Berry Boo stream early in shift 2. or like late shift 1, I guess. But I probably won't stay around for her and for much other than just a conversation with her. And then I don't know. I'll be around later on in the night, probably on Onyx for a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm torn. He's doing things. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing things. That's John. It's John things. Go show up some love. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.